I'm going to show you 2 pages of the rules. There will be 14 rules. Actually, out of the 14, 2 of them are not really related to the blaster itself or gun itself. So like you do have to have a PayPal account because I got some problem with my Stripe. So PayPal always are working for me in terms of payment. So make sure you have a PayPal account. So that's good. If possible, make it A1 Mini compatible. Yeah, so I'm going to cover more about that. So yeah, let's just start with the page number 1 here. Okay, so here comes the BoBo price. So $400 USD for just one winner. If he or she can be the first one to achieve the goal by December 31st, 2025 Pacific time. So that's the very end of the year. The winner will not only be able to get the $400 price, he or she still own the rights of doing the disposal of the design. Meaning, you can still, if you are the winner, you take away the $400, right? You can still sell your files, okay? Or if you are nice enough, you can just make it public freely. I wouldn't do that, but that's up to you. I got no saying of that. The requirements of the BoBo price, as stated, there are 14 rules now. Will I add more or do some amendments? Well, out of good intention, I will, because you guys are watching this right now, right? If I'm making it unfair, then I'm doomed. To be honest, I don't care. But anyway, I'm doomed. Okay. So right now the 14 rules, right? It's somewhat different from the one that I posted on Reddit. Some rules are more clear right now and more loosened. Some are more strict. Which I will tell you why and why it is doable. Because I know Nerf is doable. Like Mega Release, you don't need a sprint, okay? You can use boundary and it's super durable, okay? So to be compliant to the rules here, I think you guys are covered. Okay, so the number 1 rule is don't cheat the game. Please be a decent person, okay? Don't take advantage of the loophole. I only have a limited time. I'm not law major. I'm not lawyer. I have this out of good faith. There will be loopholes in it. But you guys, most of you know my good intention. So please present an innovative GBB system or the GBB itself. It has to be your own creation. And please don't just present your old or existing design. Start something from scratch. Even it's not super polished, as long as it survives the test, it's good, okay? But we need to see something new, okay? So make sure your creation is new to the community. So that go back to, don't give me don't microwave your Last Supper and then serve it to me, okay? So make sure your creation is freshly new to the community. Please do not take advantage of the loophole. If you don't respect the contest, then I have no chance to give away the prize to the real winner who contributes, who is second to you in terms of the beating the deadline, but he or she got contribute more and didn't take the advantage and just give us. Okay, so the second rule is use mostly printed parts. So that also echoes to the need for super low hardware for the next rule. For the filaments, that is okay to use, only 3, right? So TPU, POA, and PTG. So POA plus, POA max tough, feel free to use that. PTG CF, feel free to use that, but it's not super durable. It's beautiful though, okay? TPU, feel free to use all kinds of shorts as long as we can get it. So these 3 are the only filaments that is allowed. So no fancy stuff like a nylon or ABS. My goal here is to ensure that we have a GBB system that is, it's kind of cheesy. It's like people's GBB, okay? Like ordinary people, the hardware needed is not super, it's not like airsoft specific, because it is, for some countries, even in Canada, it is so hard to get some parts, right? I have to go to like airsoft shops or online, and then, I don't know, I have to spend like a $250, $300 for free shipping, and then wait for 1 or 2 weeks, right? And the return of that is just headache, okay? So that's be a decent person, that's do something new, don't stick with the airsoft spec stuff, okay? I do have compromise here, so don't worry about it. So let's just talk about the rule 3 first. So super low hardware, so no bolts, no screws, no nuts, no pins, and no more than 2 compression springs. Like the whole thing here, I use 0 of that, okay? But I do provide the hardware version of that for some people who is looking for durability. But all the system, including the ammo counter, all done by compliant mechanism and 2 or 3 rubber bands as the return spring for the blowback. Okay, so that's super low hardware. Yeah, so no bolts, no screws, no nuts, no pins, and no more than 2 compression springs. So some people are super 3D printed savvy. So he was asking me if he can print like bolts or nuts or screws or pins. Does it count? Does it violate the rule? No. As long as it's 3D printed, no. Okay. And you can use no more than 2 compression springs. So no torsion springs, and it's kind of hard for you to make your own, and then you have to fiddle with it in terms of the hammer power. So that's just be easier. Do with compression springs. Anyone argue with me that torsion spring, what torsion spring can do for GBB, that compression spring cannot? I doubt it. Okay, so just 2 compression springs, and these 2 compression springs, doesn't matter. You can use different sizes, different specs. Okay, so that's pretty good here. Okay, and feel free to use 3D printed mechanism or compliant mechanism to replace some functions of springs. Not all springs are needed like to be super strong, so we can just use that. And also you can use elastics like rubber bands or bungee cords, as long as it's easily accessible on Amazon. You can list it as the hardware, and it is okay to use that to replace the spring. So in short, with the real springs, you only have 2 quota here. So 2 can be different spec or sizes, but you only have 2 for the whole gun. Okay, so next one, only airsoft parts, only these airsoft parts are allowed to be considered as part of the hardware. Okay, so I make a compromise here. Although I know there are printed inner barrels, I know printed bucking. Some people even try Vienna Airsoft. He even tried the GBB Glock GBB magazine with the printed one. But here for this project, feel free to use universal GBB AG inner barrel. Okay, and feel free to use a GBB AG bucking. Okay, and then you can use a GBB magazine. Here though, I highly suggest that you consider, because after you are getting or after this campaign, you probably will be selling your files, right? So what do we all have at home, like NWS M4 or AR magazine, right? We got more than maybe 5, right? How about Glock magazine, GBB magazine? Yeah, right. High Kappa, we all have that, right? So be smart about the choice here. It's your freedom to choose whatever GBB magazine you want, but it's for your benefit. Think about it, okay? Well, FGC has done a lot of good work, and then he almost qualifies everything here. But please do not copy FGC, okay? Since it's already well known to us, and FGC has been there for years, right? So that's show them some respect and do something new here. The 5th rule is the ditch existing mill fins obsession. So okay, basically that's just something I was ranting about if you don't understand what I was doing. But anyway, here I focus more on no more constraints on the dimensions or specs. So you don't have to figure out how to fit a V2 gearbox into the rear the receiver. Don't worry about it. You make your own gearbox, okay? And even better, just we are doing GBB now. We just try not to do AG, because AG is just drop in, right? Okay. Okay, so then you are now free to make your own like blowback unit, especially the loading nozzle. I know a lot of people are trying that, and some people are saying, okay, with some material, with some orientation of printing, you get a better durability, like a couple hundred shots or 1,000 shots. I mean, can we do better? Can we just, if you have a chance to redo everything, to make things like bulkier, thicker, or with different kind of shape, how would you do it, right? So this is time for us to explore that possibility here. And so don't be afraid to make parts bulky. The outlook of the blaster doesn't have to be polished, but just make sure you focus more on surviving those 2 consecutive 2 make dumps test, okay? So that's that. So number 6, have to be tested and then survive 2 consecutive make dumps without issues, okay? By December, so the same deadline is stated before. So you have to find free beta user. Okay, so when we are talking about beta users, of course you doesn't count, right? So find free beta users, and then you can always count me in. You can always ask me if I want to participate. But the downside is I only have 2 A1 mini, so got smaller build plate there. So I'm not sure if that's good for your design. So if you want me to do the review or the test, just you have to note that, right? So after finding free beta users, ask each of them to take a short video showing how they are shooting 2 consecutive magazines, right? It can be full auto or semi-auto, right? But they have to do that without issue. Of course, come on, that's not be stupid, okay? You cannot just give them the same gun and then have them to test, right? It has to be different guns, right? I mean, the same design by you, but they have to print it and then assemble that, right? So that they have the whole experience, so that you get the real feedbacks. It's not just doing that for me. It's going to be helpful for you as well. So basically, back to don't cheat the game, right? You just ask them to do the real test for you, and it's not a lot to just ask for like 2 magazines of dumping, right? Like you can do semi, right? And then after they have the video ready, either you give me the 3 videos, right? And then post it down the comment section there, or they can just send a link to me, but they do have to take your creation. They have to take you, otherwise I don't know who is whom, right? Who is doing who's beta. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so now the easier part. No headset inserts. You don't need that because there will be no screws or bolts or nuts, so it doesn't matter. Basically, it's like a building no, right? And no glue allowed. Like this one, no glue, right? Still solid. It's totally durable. GBB is violent, but not as violent as you think. Trust me. Okay. Number 8. Oh, and for people who don't know, who argue with me to say I know nothing about airsoft, you may want to watch all the videos like 5-6 ago of my YouTube channel. You're gonna see tons there. Okay. So the number 8, yeah, please don't present like another reskinned GBB. Like, okay, I just changed something from, just make the BCG like a plastic, but the loading nozzle, the inside is the same, right? And then it's kind of boring, right? Don't you think so? Don't you think so? Why in the hell I want to change that? I mean, I can just buy a aluminum one, right? Even second-handed one. It's gonna work better for those, right? For those 3D printed GBB. Why? If it serves the same purpose, right? So why we stick with that? Also, like a conversion kit, don't we have that enough, right? So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say something. Go back to see 5-6 years ago of my video. I got a directly drop-in kit for high kappa. You don't need, so there's no need to take away anything from the pistol. Directly drop in, and it doesn't just do shell eject. It shoots, and it shoots actually from the shell. So it's not gonna be separate. It's not like, okay, if I don't put the shell magazine in, and then you can just put a bunch of BBs in the real gas magazine. No, not just that. The gas magazine only works as the power source, right? I got a real deal, like with bullet in it magazine, and it's a direct drop-in kit. I even have pattern of that, right? So come on, man. Okay, so number 9. So no HPA CO2 allowed. It's just for safety reasons, and also it's people's GBB. So make it green gas or propane powered, and make sure you actually use the gas stored inside the magazine. So I do notice that someone was doing something with the APS like shotgun shells, and it does a blowback, but the shell itself is where the gas are stored. So that doesn't count. Okay, just use a real like make the GBB make count, and that's it. Of course, number 10, no MBB allowed. Okay, so 11. Only one winner for the BoBo prize. So depends on how fast you finish the contest by the deadline, and within the requirements that I just mentioned, then only one winner, right? I think that's fair. The 12th, the winner keeps all the right to sell or do whatever he or she sees fit for his design and files. Yeah, and that's also fair, right? 13, if possible, you have the decency of making it Bamboo Lab A1 Mini compatible. Let me tell you something. You're gonna sell a lot of them on Etsy and Coast 3D. So this is my last design. So that's block 26. Again, last round hole open. MagFed, hold 15 rounds of disc. This guy can be printed. This guy can be printed on A1 Mini, right? On purpose, because a lot of people actually own A1 Mini and they treat it as like home appliances. So just make sure whatever you are doing, don't play tricks on the print settings. So just use the default setting, okay? And then if anything goes wrong, you go back and remodel your model instead of change the setting, unless it's only for yourself, right? You're not gonna sell it commercially. Trust me, I sell files. If you Google BoBo Innovation, I'm not big, but still, I got some value there. I even entered the crowdfunding of MakerWord, and not much. I just earned 5,000 there, right? So yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. A1 Mini, if that's possible, and especially if you want to invite me to review your project as the beta, it's good and bad, right? Because then I have the first-hand experience, right? But then, yeah, if you are confident, then yeah, feel free to invite me. 14, the last one is actually for you. Just make sure you got a PayPal account. I do have Stripe, but man, every time I was using it, I got some problem, right? So PayPal always works for me. Just please have a PayPal account. 400 USD doesn't really matter. I don't think that will trigger any tax on it. If so, just a little bit, right? So yeah. So the last paragraph is like, I meant it, right? So this is the proof. That's why I make it available for everyone to watch. I don't have a lot of subs. I only have like over 6,000. In China, I got two accounts. One is pushing over 8,000. The other is like over almost 10,000 now. But still, it's not considered big, right? But then you have enough people knowing what I'm doing right now, what kind of promise I'm making right now. So yeah, don't worry about that. You can find me via searching BoBo Innovation. There's no S after innovation, either on YouTube or MakerWord. If you are from China, Bilibili, then you can always DM me. But guest blowback is not super legal in China. So man, if I were you, I wouldn't even touch it, right? Okay. Yeah. Thanks in advance for those who dare to try. And thank you. If anyone actually stay until this second, man, I'm grateful. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best and have fun. Bye. BoBo Innovation. And this is Paul. Thank you.